Mode.
Good evening everyone and welcome to another market session recap. Today is 19th of May 2014. Today we are going to see new setups, and as you can see our last recap was good for more than 200 pips pool. So I hope that you got some of those pips which were really free on the table. Last week was very good really for trading. Not particularly good for weather conditions here, but trading was indeed very good. So let me start with the risk disclaimer, then we can continue to setups. Online educational materials are developed by Admiral Markets Estonia for a global audience. Therefore, please take into consideration that information in this session may not be suitable for everyone. To get the corresponding information on charting conditions and any other detail, please visit www.admiralmarketsglobal.com, select your country, and contact an appropriate entity. Then risk disclosure statement stating all possible risk associated with Forex market. And final part, Admiral Markets UK Ltd takes no responsibility for the information accuracy. The analysis represents the personal opinion of the author and in no way it represents the actual suggestion for a trade. These are not AM UK's opinions, and the website in the video is not the .co.uk website but the globalnews.com website. Forex is risky business. This should be not taken as advice. It's a personal opinion only, and this webinar is for informational and educational purposes only. So, let me say that. Let us see where we were last week. So, Euro, dollar, cable, Aussie, Kiwi, and it was GBP, New Zealand. Yeah, it was very good trade of the week. GBP CAD, New Zealand dollar, everything was great for more than 200 pips pool. Let me show you results. So, Euro dollar, we had a buy position around 36.85.75 after our webinar, as you can see. It went to the price and then it jumped up, so we had really nice setup for trading on euro dollar. Also today euro dollar was very good. As you can see, the analysis, which will be basically the same, the analysis, oh, this was a mistake, yeah, GBP dollar, but also this is euro dollar, so this was a typo for my blog. The analysis stands for euro dollar, but if you read, you probably know this setup. As you can see, after the analysis the price went here and it went down. It might go to 36.55, we will see, but so far it's in 15 pips of a profit, slightly more I think. Then we had good setup for GBP, plus 40 pips. GBP, this was the time of the webinar, and basically it was a sell setup. It was a sell setup. The setup was about selling. This was last week. Sell 68.03, head and shoulders, 35 pips stop loss, target 67.60. And exactly that happened after our webinar. For those who were patient enough to wait for a proper setup, it was initiated in this spot, basically. Here, exactly, 68.03, then slightly retracement, and then bang, straight to the target. So basically, it was indeed a good trade. And that was a break of head and shoulders. Then Aussie, great setup also on Aussie. Basically it was alternative scenario, 93.50, 40 buy towards 93.95, stop loss 30 pips. And exactly after our webinar, 2 hours after, you can see that the price touched 93.45 and then bang, it went straight towards our target. So Aussie was really good trade. This is this happens sometimes. As you can see, we didn't have a drawdown at all, and basically it was really a great trade. And then this was for me the trade of the week, really. Trade of the week for me, really. GBP New Zealand, sell position. I told you, I know that some of you might have some problems with spread, but you know, on pro account on Admiral Markets, spread is something around 4 pips, I think. So basically, you know, it's not ideal 4 pip spread, but it's still good. So basically, at least because we have other currency pairs which have lower spreads, but basically this shouldn't be a problem at all. So 95.00, stop loss 30 pips, and 94.40. And basically this was the time of our webinar, and this is when the price, exactly at midnight, 14th of May, the price hit our sell spot, and look at this. Basically this was a retest, and it went straight to track even more. After the analysis, it hit the target, but you look, 230 pip. So anyhow, and I don't know if you traded the pair, but even though it exceeded our target price and went almost 200 pips more from our target price. So this was the trade of the week. Absolute blast from GBP New Zealand. This was the great one, really. And I hope that you got some pips out of GBP New Zealand. Yes, spread is big on standard accounts, but if you use pro accounts, you can open pro accounts, I think, with Admiral Markets with only $1,000. So basically, you know, if you open a pro account, you will have better spreads, and 4 pip spread is for pro accounts. And that was exactly, I traded also GBP New Zealand. I couldn't have got 200 pips. I got something, I think it was something around 25 or 30 pips. But look at this. It went to the sell spot, and basically this was it. Look at this. I traded that first, basically, breakout to the downside, like this. But eventually, you know, if I was patient enough, I used trail stops, so because of that I was stopped out, but it doesn't matter. It basically went to our target and even more. So that was really a great trade, and I'm glad it worked out, because, you know, GBP New Zealand is not so easy to trade, but I'm glad it worked out. So last week we had multiple pairs, because you asked me to analyze even more than 5 pairs. I did that. GBP CAD was a loss. 30 pip only, because, you know, I always say use 25, 30, 35 pip stop loss, and this was the position. Sell around 83.75, stop loss 30 pips. Basically, okay, this was the time of the webinar. Now, guys, for some of you, this might be a winning trade. For me, it was a loss, because I sold it here. It went 30 pips in a profit. Look at this, 30 pips in a profit. Now, some of you might get some 20, 10, 15, 30 pips of profit. I count it as a loss, because I'm honest, I didn't close it. And I also, that was my problem. I didn't close the trade. The problem is I was out of my platform. I went out and I had to walk my dog, you know, and I didn't close my trade. That was my problem. And I was something around, I know I had some friends, and we were really, we were walking our dogs, and we were out for some 3-4 hours. And when I got back, I saw that the price, it was something like this. The price was here. And I didn't want it. I didn't want to close it. And overnight, I was stopped out. And that is because, you know, I can say, okay, good, this is a win. For most of you, probably this was a winning trade, because I made a mistake. I was 30 pips in a profit. I didn't close it. I didn't use trailing stop. And then, bang, I was stopped for 30 pips. So instead of making 30 pips, I lost, but it was nothing because I covered it with all of those trades. Really. So I count it as a loss, but as I can say, probably most of you got some profit out of it. Then New Zealand dollar, excellent one, excellent one. Sell around 86.75, 30 pips stop loss, and where we were basically 86.75, it was here. And we need to be a little bit patient sometimes. Exactly 14th of May, 3 p.m. Admiral Markets platform time. Look at this. Bang to the downside. Straight drop to the downside from our entry point. Good trade from New Zealand dollar. Really a good trade. And then we had dollar yen. Buy around 102.20.15. Dollar yen was basically, as you can see, the dollar yen, well, it was a little bit, I can say, nasty. I will zoom it in. And this was, let me adjust it. So basically what happened, it went for some retest of this support. You see, we have a doji here. This is top candle, and probably I was counting on this top candle. After that, the price didn't go up. It went down, so I was stopped for 30 pips. So it was a 30 pip stop for dollar yen. So dollar yen, I forgot to put it here, 30 pip. So total of 215 pips pool, again, with a great, this is for one of you, I need to write it like this because I got a message also that some traders got some 15-20 pips of profit. So this was the maximum for this trade. But I counting here again at minus 30. So for me, GBP New Zealand, excellent trade. GBP dollar was also awesome trade, but GBP New Zealand was faster than GBP than cable, so I need to count it as the trade of the week. So this was the trade of the week. GBP New Zealand, really almost no drawdown, and look at this. What a nice drop. And now look at euro. Plus 20 pips for those who entered after the analysis. I published the analysis, and you know what I said. If you read my blog, inverted head and shoulders on euro, but you cannot. The problem is most traders trade only straight patterns, and that is the problem with most of analysts and mentors. They teach people to trade only this as a standard breakout pattern. This is inverted head and shoulders. But why would you trade trend when you can trade inverted head and shoulders counter trend? For me, this was the best setup for today. The best setup, because I was planning and I shorted it when it jumped. I got a nice price, 37.32 for this one. And this was most logic one. Why would we trade inverted head and shoulders always as possible counter trend pattern? If you trade inverted head and shoulders this way, as I presented you today, this is also one of my lessons. You can effectively trade counter trend. So a left shoulder, head, a right shoulder, inverted head and shoulders. And if you look at previous sellers, this area here shows history of sellers. So it was safe enough for me to assume that the price will indeed be pulled towards this magnetic sell point, because we have a history of sellers here. And then when it hits the history will repeat itself. thus giving me a great risk to reward potential. Even though if the price do not hit this level, does not hit the level, I'm still plus 20 here. So basically, you see, head and shoulders, slow day. Today is a slow day, it's Monday, and we are still in a profit. So with this trade, I'm starting the week. If you get another potential sell position, you know, I'm already in the trade, but this is the same analysis from today. I cannot see longs now. Maybe I will be wrong, but at the moment, I'm still seeing short trades. The only thing I can think of long is around 36.50, because that is also magnetic point, and the price might jump at the first touch at 36.50. Sell position 37.30, stop loss 37.60, target is 36.50. If you get in the trade towards 37.60, you might try to exploit that, because above 37.60 we might have problems with short trades. Look, this is dropping. So basically, for all of you who are still in the trade, keep it. Lock your profits, put it the stops on break even, no, but manage the trade. But this is 3 pips again. The only thing I can think of problems is if euro jumps above this level, because you can see this is the most significant resistance above there. 1, 2, 3, 4 touches and breakout, pullback, continuation. When you see breakout, pullback, continuation pattern, guys, remember that resistance, you don't need pivot points for that. Count that resistance as heavy resistance. As in this example, breakout, pullback, continuation below this point. So this is strong resistance. You don't need pivot points. This is the basis of technical analysis. The concept of support and resistance, breakout, pullback, continuation, or breakout retest. It depends where your entry is. If you trade your entry from this point, that is breakout, pullback, continuation. If you trade and you're making an entry at this point, that is called breakout retest. So 2 things how you can safely see without pivot point indicator a resistance. So whenever you see a breakout, pullback, retest, continuation, you can assume that that resistance or support, if it goes to the upside, is strong. So that is my view for euro dollar. I would try to buy around this level at the first touch if we get it. So basically this trade is a continuation of my early analysis, early morning analysis. GBP dollar, consolidation triangle. I'm still looking for a sell, guys. Unfortunately, I need to say I got 2 times today into sell trade, and I got some, I think 35 pips total out of those 2 trades. I was selling every rally on GBP dollar. And I still think that if the price pulls back to 68.35 to 50, we can get a good entry. 69.15, I don't think it will be hit. 69.15 on cable, because we have a consolidation triangle. Look at this. This is downtrend. And this consolidation triangle is, look, now it's trying to break it down. And this consolidation triangle is basically something that tells me this can be very fake. So if we manage the price, something like this, you can see that this candle is indeed going down. So anywhere at this point in consolidation triangle towards 69.10, I would look to sell. Although if you don't get a price 68.35.50, maybe the price will jump above this point. I would still short it, because this is my stop loss. Now I'm stopped out for two times I was stopped out for some 35 pips of profit total because I used trailing stop. But next time, if it jumps again to over 69.15, I would be looking to sell it. Tomorrow we have important news. I will write it down. Pay attention to, I think tomorrow is CPI, if I'm not wrong. Let me check the calendar. Tomorrow is CPI. Yeah, this is very important news for GBP. So pay attention to news. What I will be doing, I might, if I get a spike again to over 69.15, I will try to short it probably, guys. So this is variable price. It's good to say short as close as 269.15. So this is the price if we get a standard technical analysis, as I did today. The analysis for today was this. Still, if we get into price, we might short it down. This should be the target. But if the news push the price up towards 69.15, I would try to short as close as to 69.50 as it can get, because this is stop loss, 69.15, final stop loss, and target is this. So we might get indeed a good risk to reward on this. Open 4-hour time frame. What do you see? This is still downtrend. This is not uptrend. Look at daily. It looks like it's pulling back towards this level. If this is swing high, if this is swing low, next swing high should not be above this, and next swing, this is mini swing low, this is mini swing high. Maybe we will get another chance here. That is why I put the price there. But if that happens, it should make another swing towards this point. Adrian, 35 pips swing, 3.5 pips. No, Admiral Markets has 5 numbers, Adrian. Look at this, the same. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This, I don't know if you're a complete beginner. Adrian, if you're a beginner, please refer to basic lessons of Forex market. The price does not have 6 decimals. It has 5 decimals. And this is the main. So it has 5 decimals after the dot. Okay, 1 point, then 5 decimals. Other brokers have 5 numbers, 4 decimals. I don't know about other brokers because I trade with Admiral Markets, and probably other brokers do not have ECN availability. Probably those other brokers are not ECN brokers. Maybe you're trading with other brokers, I don't know, but 4 decimals is hardly used today. That was the standard of 2008, 2007. Today most of brokers have 5 numbers, 5 decimals, sorry. So if you use other brokers, it's up to you. I don't know about that, but most brokers have 5 decimals today because most brokers use ECN and have interbank quotes. So basically they have deep market liquidity. So I'm not sure whether and which broker you're using, and I cannot comment on it, but I can tell you if you use Admiral Markets, these are the quotes for Admiral Markets. This is of course demo count, but the same is, you look at this, GBP New Zealand also 4 pips of a profit if you use pro account, which is more than $1,000. Then you will have only 4 pips spread on GBP New Zealand. That is tradable for that pair. So that is for GBP. Then we move on to another pair, Aussie. I would be looking to buy. It's close to my buy spot around 93.25. 93.25. It's getting close to my buying position, buying spot. And I will be looking, it is indeed broken, this trend line. But now, I'm counting towards the future. So I'm predicting if this holds, we might get another chance to buy. Even this, at this spot, because it should go up. This should go up around this region. 1, 2, 3, 4 rejections of this region, and if the price indeed hits it with this candle, we might get another opportunity, and this is inner trend line. So this won't be valid, and this trend line won't be valid. I will remove this, and this is the buying region. 1, 2, 3, 4 rejections. 4 rejections of the spot, and basically 30 pips stop loss, but I'm trying to trade it towards 94.20. So I will be trading probably to 94.20. Then if I don't get a price, I would like to see it, but if I don't get it, I would like to sell 94.20. 94.20 is my sell spot if I don't get the entry, but it's 14 pips close to my entry. Maybe I will buy it 3 pips above it. But this region there, 94.20, should give us selling opportunities. It has a history of sellers here, 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 and here. So basically I'm counting towards the first hit and the first good sell around this region. And this is range now. This is range. So I'm counting towards this range and a breakout to the upside. So this is close now to the entry spot. Dollar yen. It is indeed in downtrend, but we have bullish wedge on dollar yen. It went too low for my taste now at the moment. And because of that, I would be looking to buy it. If it drops, you see the problem is it went up, but if it drops towards this region again, I would be looking to buy it. Because if we look also at daily, this is more visible on daily, this is bullish wedge. And I think it might go up towards 102.50. I will be looking to buy it on a dip towards 101.10 towards 102.50. Okay. And the last pair, GBP, it is in downtrend. I will be looking for a pullback, and I will sell it around 171.25. 171.25 if we get the price. Because at that point, around this region, even though 23, it's 50 retracement, it's close to this spot, and it has 61.8. So I'm trying an average, something like 171.25, 30, let's say. Stop loss, 30 pips, 170 target. If I don't get the price, I will be looking for a buy somewhere around this region. That region shows a history of buyers. Buyers, buyers, buyers. So the first touch should be buying opportunity. The first touch is buying opportunity, but primarily I would be looking to sell it there, in this region. at least for a nice scalp trade. Look at this. Euro dollar is dropping from our 32 days analysis. So now is the time for your questions. If you have any questions, you can ask me. I will go through these slides again. And if you have any questions, you can ask me. As always, all of those trades should be happening from today, tomorrow, and eventually day after tomorrow. After that, they are not valid. And if there is any update for potential trades, if there is any update opportunity, I will be publishing it on Admiral Markets website, Admiral Markets blog, and of course, Forex Factory Spider's Den. Any updates and of course, new analysis, everything will be published at those two sites. So, Euro dollar market plan, cable market plan. I hope that this week will be fruitful as the last week. Aussie, dollar yen, and dragon. Of course, be sure to sign up for premium webinar also. I will be calling soon range bar strategy, and I will give you range bar strategy to trade with it. Then we will have why trading 20 pairs is crucial, and then premium webinar. Be sure to sign up. After this premium webinar, there will be another webinar scheduled very, very soon. You will be surprised what I will be giving to you if you attend the webinar, of course. Only for premium members. This is also good webinar because you will be getting candlestick pattern recognizer, the pattern recognizer which recognizes 48 different candlestick patterns, the most advanced currently. So euro dollar, cable, Aussie, dollar yen, and dragon. British pound, yen, sterling pound yen. So if you don't have any questions, then I think we can call it a day. So I hope that again that we will have really the week as this was as last week. Only 2 stop losses hit out of 7 trades, and those 5 trades which were winners were great, especially British pound, New Zealand dollar. It was great, really. I enjoyed it. So let's see what this week will bring, but of course pay attention to updates. If anything happens, I will be sure to post it. This can be also a great trade if it happens. I'm counting towards it, and this should be a good trade, and it's close to zone for buying. So guys, thank you for attending. If you don't have any further questions, I will be speaking to you soon in 2 days, and I wish you green week and many green pips. Cheers everyone.